Hello, I am Mr. Dilip Kumar Pal, double gold medalist in political science, working as reader in political science. Today, present a nice video relating to General Assembly of the United Nations Organization. In the world today, a very rare literature is available on the topic General Assembly. So, in this video, I have provided various useful informations, useful facts relating to General Assembly of the UN. And this video relating to General Assembly will be useful for all students, irrespective of plus 2, plus 3, post graduation, and those students who are appearing competitive examinations. Because nowadays a very rare materials are available on the topic General Assembly. I have tried my best in this video to provide those rare materials relating to General Assembly of the UN. So, if you like this video, you will subscribe my channel so that you will get new videos relating to new topics in future, and it will be benefited to students. I will not get much benefits because I am working hard to provide students videos relating to good topics. Okay, so let us start. Very good. So today's topic is General Assembly, and we will touch mainly two aspects of General Assembly. Number one is its composition, and number two its functions. So first of all, take off its composition. How General Assembly is composed, or how it is formed, or how it consists of. But before we discuss how General Assembly is composed and what are its functions, we must know first of all a few lines about the importance of General Assembly, because it is the nature of a human being that he will take interest to know about a particular thing which has some importance. Any matter which has no importance, a rare person will take interest to know about that. So, we must know a few lines about the importance of General Assembly. Then in the second part I will discuss its composition. So, what importance General Assembly has? According to Professor J.G. Stark, in the international level or in the international arena, a lot of international organizations are working or operating. But among the international organizations, United Nations Organization is a vital organization. The importance of UNO is much than other international organizations. Because so long as UNO is active with the people and our civilization are secure. So UNO is a very vital organization. But UNO works through some its organs. Just as a human being works through some organs, UNO also operates through some organs. UNO does not operate in vacuum. It operates through some its organs. Previously, it had 6 organs like General Assembly, Security Council, International Court of Justice, Economic and Social Council, Trusteeship Council and Secretariat. But now, Trusteeship Council is no more. Now UNO has 5 organs. No doubt UNO has 5 organs. But among these organs, the most vital, the most important is the General Assembly. Because General Assembly is the law-making organ. It is the policy-making chamber of the United Nations organization. Just like in a country, there is a legislature which will frame laws. In a similar manner, the General Assembly is the law-making organ of the United Nations organization. If General Assembly will prepare good laws, automatically there will be name and fame of the United Nations organization. If the General Assembly will not make good laws, UNO will be defamed. So, General Assembly is the medium of the name and fame of the United Nations organization. So, General Assembly is very important. So, now we will discuss its composition, how it is composed. General Assembly has 193 members. Those nations who are members of UNO, they are also members of General Assembly. Every nation can send 5 representatives to General Assembly, but they will cast only one vote. India has 5 representatives in General Assembly. Pakistan has 5 representatives in General Assembly. Britain has 5 representatives in General Assembly, but they will cast only one vote. India has 1, Britain has 1, Pakistan has 1, Bangladesh has 1. So, United Nations, so General Assembly has 193 members. And General Assembly has only one session in a year. Its session starts from the 3rd Tuesday of September and it continues up to mid-December. So, the starting of the session is fixed, like 3rd Tuesday of September. But its ending time, ending day is not fixed. It is up to mid-December. In the General Assembly, for every session, elects one president and 7 vice presidents. And the General Assembly approves various decisions. So before General Assembly there are 2 types of matters: sensitive matters and non-sensitive matters. Whenever General Assembly will take some decision on sensitive matter, like maintenance of world peace, admission of new members to UNO, or expulsion of a disturbing member from UNO. The decision of the General Assembly must be approved by support of 2/3 of its members. But if the General Assembly will take some decision on minor matter or trivial, TRIVAL, trivial matter of not much important, support of 2/3 members of General Assembly is not required, rather it is passed by simple majority votes of the General Assembly. So, in addition to that, General Assembly works through its 5 committees, like main committee, procedural committee, standing committee, subsidiary and ad hoc committee, interim committee, or little assembly. It has 5 committees through which General Assembly works. First one is the main committee. This main committee concentrates on the agenda of General Assembly. What matters will be discussed, what matters will not be discussed. It is the agenda of the General Assembly. It is the responsibility of the main committee. And again, this main committee has 7 committees, like political and security committee, economic and financial committee, social, humanitarian and cultural committee. Then it's administrative and budgetary committee, legal committee, general committee and credential committee. Its main committee again has 7 subcommittees, and it is the responsibility of these committees to look after agenda of the General Assembly. Number 2, procedural committee. It is the function of the procedural committee to look after day-to-day business of the General Assembly. How much time will be devoted for the discussion? What matters are discussed? How these matters will be recorded? It is the responsibility of the procedural committee to look after. Number 3 is the standing committee. It is the function of the standing committee to look after various problems of the UNO, like pension problem of the staff of UNO, different type of privileges of the staff of UNO. So it concentrates only the problems matters of the UNO. Again, subsidiary and ad hoc committee. Subsidiary committee is more or less a continuous committee. It concentrates on those matters which requires time. But ad hoc committee is a committee for the time period. It is the responsibility of the ad hoc committee to solve some matter within a short time, like Palestinian problem, matters relating to India-Pakistan tension, like this. And last one is the interim committee or little assembly committee. It was established in 1947. The function of the interim committee or little assembly committee is to assist the General Assembly, because General Assembly is a large body. It requires assistance of a small committee. It is the function of the interim committee or the little assembly to assist the UN General Assembly in its day-to-day function. And this is all about the composition of General Assembly. Now we'll discuss functions of General Assembly. What are the main functions of General Assembly? United Nations organization has a charter. It is a constitution, and the constitution of the UNO has a preamble, 19 chapters and 111 articles. It has 19 chapters. The charter has 19 chapters, 111 articles, and Article 10 to Article 17 of the UN Charter relates with the function of the General Assembly. So, from Article 10 to Article 17 of the UN Charter, functions of General Assembly are discussed or are prescribed. So, what are the functions of General Assembly? Number one, the first function of the General Assembly is the deliberative function. It means General Assembly is a place where problems of all regions, all areas of the world are discussed. Every member of General Assembly has been given full power to utter their view, to express their opinion on any problem on any part of the world. So, General Assembly discusses all matters relating to all type of troubles around the world. It is a place where everything is discussed. No discussion is restricted. Number two, uniting of peace resolution. Uniting of peace resolution 1950. Uniting of peace resolution 1950 means there was a time when it was the responsibility of the Security Council to look after international peace. So, Security Council has the entire responsibility to maintain world peace. But when problem came that when Security Council was unable to tackle any international problem, at the time the peace will have to be maintained. So, General Assembly has been given power on the basis of uniting of peace resolution to look after international peace when Security Council fails. It means when Security Council will fail to maintain world peace, automatically it will be the responsibility of the General Assembly to look after world peace, because world peace will have to be maintained. If Security Council will fail, General Assembly will go forward to maintain world peace. If General Assembly will not be in session, its special session will be convened by the Secretary General or by the Security Council or by the request of members of UN. Number three, approval of budget of UNO. UNO has a budget. UNO requires money. Otherwise, how it will function? For example, human body requires food. If you will not give food to human body will collapse. So United Nations organization has a budget, and this budget will have to be passed. If its budget will not be passed, the developmental works of UNO cannot be carried on. So it is the responsibility of the General Assembly to approve the budget of the UNO. Now, for election of members of ICJ, non-current members of Security Council and Economic and Social Council, the fourth function of the General Assembly is to elect judges of the International Court of Justice, 10 non-current members of Security Council, and members of the Economic and Social Council. So, General Assembly elects judges of the International Court of Justice, which is in Geneva, Switzerland. It will elect 10 non-current members of the Security Council, and it will elect members of the Social and Economic Council. Hi, receive annual reports of different organs and agencies of UN. United Nations organization works through organs and agencies. These organs and agencies will give annual report to the General Assembly. Okay, United Nations organization has many organs and agencies like WHO, World Health Organization, IMF, International Monetary Fund, ILO, International Labour Organization. These agencies and organs of UNO will give its annual report to the General Assembly, and General Assembly will look after those annual reports. Recommendations for the maintenance of world peace. Another function of General Assembly is to give a recommendation to maintain world peace. Whenever in any part of the world there will be disruption of world order, world peace will be at stake. At the time, General Assembly will give recommendations or proposals to solve those matters relating to world peace. Direction to Security Council to maintain world peace. Whenever in any part of the world peace is in danger, the world peace is in problem, the function of the General Assembly is to advise the Security Council to take necessary measures, necessary steps to rehabilitate world peace. Recommendation to promote social, economic and cultural development of world. It is the function of UNO to maintain world peace, and it is the duty of its General Assembly to give recommendation, to give proposals how social, economic and cultural development of world in general will be achieved. It means General Assembly has the power to give proposal or to give recommendation how to promote, how to uplift social, economic and cultural development of the world in general and nations in particular. Power relating to admission and expulsion of members of UNO. Whenever any new member of the UNO will be admitted, at the time the Security Council will give a proposal to the General Assembly, and General Assembly will have to approve it. Then only a new member will be admitted to the UNO. In the same way, if a disturbing member of the UNO will have to be expelled, then the proposal will be given by the Security Council to the General Assembly, and General Assembly will have to give approval. Then only a disturbing nation can be expelled from the UNO. Power relating to appointment of Secretary General. The head of the UNO is Secretary General. So whenever the Secretary General of the UNO will be appointed, the name of that Secretary General must be suggested by the Security Council to the General Assembly, and General Assembly will have to give it approval. Then last one is recommendation for the peaceful settlement of international disputes. Whenever in any part of the world there will be disputes, there will be any type of problem which will strike international peace, it is the duty of General Assembly to give recommendation how to restore, how to establish world peace. Again, there is also another function of the General Assembly is that it has some restriction. There are certain fields which the General Assembly will not touch. For example, any matter which is under the discussion of Security Council, on that matter General Assembly will not give its opinion. It means any matter which is under discussion in Security Council, matter relating to world peace or any matter, on that matter General Assembly will have to be silent. So these are all about composition and functions of the General Assembly. So I am sure that my students have got a lot of valuable facts, valuable information from this video. I think this video will be a rare video for my students. Maybe of +2, +3, post-graduation of those students who are appearing competitive examinations. This video will be very useful. You must subscribe my channel so that in future you will get very valuable, very precious videos relating to important topics. Thank you to all my students. Smile please my students. Goodbye. Again we will be here with another video. Thank you to all.